Hello guys, I'm back with a new video. Sorry for not uploading, but what can I do? The author was not uploading any more chapters. That was the reason for not uploading for so long. I am really sorry about that, and this is a new chapter. I hope you like this one. This is a chapter where I think what should have happened in the Pokemon series. Let's begin. Ash's Pokemon Journey Summary. This story is about how I think that Ash's journey should have gone through Kanto, Orange Islands, Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh and Unova. Smart, a psychic and an aura user. He'll find out about being a Psychic and aura user later. I do not own Pokemon. Chapter to the start of the journey, and Misty, the sound of an alarm clock woke Ash up with a start. He stretched his arms and legs and got ready for his journey. It's a good thing I set my alarm clock to 7 in the morning, or would have been sunk, he said. He took off his pajamas and put on his clothes. His clothing was a black t-shirt, with a blue and white jacket over, blue jeans, black and white sneakers and green fingerless gloves. He also wore a red and white hat that held a green mark on it. This hat was special to Ash. He won it from a contest the Pokemon League held. It took him 1 million postcards, but it was worth it. After checking everything was ready, Ash ran downstairs. Delia was in the kitchen when Ash entered. She had made toast, eggs and bacon for a breakfast and had made some sandwiches for his journey. "Morning, Mum," said Ash. "Morning, sweetie," said Delia. "All ready for the journey?" "Yep," Ash answered, "all set and ready to go." "You picked what Pokemon you want?" asked Delia. "No, I haven't yet," said Ash, "but I'll probably make my mind up when I see them." After finishing his breakfast, Ash ran as fast as he could to Prof Oak Laboratory. In his mind he was thinking about what one of the 3 Pokemon he could choose. The first was called a Bulbasaur. A grass/poison type, looked a small dinosaur, with a big bulb growing on his back. Second was Charmander, a fire type. It was a small lizard with a flame at the tip of his tail. The third was a Squirtle, a small turtle and a water type. Ash liked all 3, so making up his mind was not easy. Soon Ash was at Prof Oak's lab at last. He rang the doorbell, and there at the door was Prof Oak. "Morning, Professor," said Ash. "Morning, Ash," said the professor. "Ready to pick your Pokemon?" "As ready as I ever will be," replied Ash, with determination in his eyes. "Okay, and you come," said the professor. Prof Oak led Ash into the research room of his lab. The research room was where Prof Oak kept his machinery for research, and where he stalled the starter Pokemon for new Pokemon trainers. "Well, Ash, what's your choice?" said Prof Oak. "Bulbasaur, Charmander or Squirtle?" Ash was just about to take his hand out to reach for a Pokeball, when he noticed a 4th Pokeball. It had a lighting mark on it. "Say, Professor, what's this Pokeball for?" Ash asked. "Oh, that's a Pokemon I caught yesterday," the professor replied. "May I have a look at this Pokemon?" asked Ash. "Yes, you may," Prof Oak answered, "but I warn you, this Pokemon is rather feisty and a bit bad-tempered." Prof Oak opened the 4th Pokeball, and out popped what seemed to be a big yellow mouse, with red cheeks, brown stripes and a tail in the shape of a lightning bolt. "This is a Pikachu, an electric Pokemon," the professor explained. Ash bent down onto his knees to speak to the Pikachu. When Pikachu saw Ash, it let out some sparks from its cheeks. Ash knew he had to be careful. He had read about electric and knew that they can be very sensitive. "Hi there," said Ash, with a smile. "You're a really cool Pokemon with a lot of spunk." Pikachu looked at Ash in amazement. "This human isn't afraid of me," it thought. Ash put out a hand to Pikachu. "My name is Ash," he said, "and I wish to become a Pokemon Master. If you want, you can come with me and become strong with me." but if you don't want to I won't force you." Pikachu stared at Ash for a few seconds, and then it hopped onto Ash's shoulder with a smile. "So it's a yes then?" Ash asked. "Pikachu," replied Pikachu, with a nod. Prof Oak was amazed that Ash was able to befriend with the Pikachu so quickly. But then again it was Ash he was looking at. Ever since Ash was 6 he would come to the lab to check out all the Pokémon he had in the ranch. Ash was always able to become friends with the Pokémon, no matter what type or size it was. "Well Ash my boy," Prof Oak said, "I take it you want Pikachu as your starter?" "Yes Professor I do," said Ash, looking at Pikachu with a smile. Prof Oak gave Ash his own Pokédex and 5 Pokeballs as well as Pikachu's Pokeball. When Pikachu saw the Pokeball, it shook its head mentally. "I take it that means you hate being in Pokeballs?" asked Ash. Pikachu nodded its head. "It's okay," said Ash, "if you don't want to be in a Pokeball I don't mind at all." After proclaiming his Pokédex and Pokémon, Ash headed out the lab. He wanted to get home to say goodbye to his mom and pick up his rucksack. "Wait till Mom sees you Pikachu," said Ash, "she'll find you really adorable." "Pikachu," replied Pikachu. Just as Ash was leaving a red car came up to the lab. It was Ash's old friend and rival Gary Oak, Prof Oak's grandson. "Hi there Ash," said Gary, "going home? Decided to chicken out on becoming a Pokémon trainer huh?" "Actually Gary," said Ash, "have Pikachu here." He pointed to Pikachu on his right shoulder. "And yes I am going home. To say goodbye to my mom before I leave." "Well whatever," said Gary, with a snort, "my Pokémon will be stronger than yours." Then he went to get his Pokémon from the lab. "We'll see about that," said Ash. Back at home Delia was waiting for Ash, when she saw him coming up the path. "Got your Pokémon honey?" she asked. "Yes Mom I did," said Ash, "I picked Pikachu here." "Pikachu," said Pikachu, which meant hello. "Oh how adorable," she shouted, with a gleam in her eyes. She handed Ash his rucksack. "I packed some food for you and your Pokémon." "Thanks Mom," said Ash. "You're welcome sweetie," said Delia, "be sure to make sure that you stay safe and keep out of trouble." "Don't worry Mom," said Ash, "everything will be all right." He kissed his mom goodbye, flung his rucksack on his back and set off on his journey. Before long Ash and Pikachu came into a small forest. "Well Pikachu, this is our first step on our journey," said Ash. "You ready buddy?" "Pikachu," replied Pikachu, punching its left arm into the air. Pikachu had been riding on Ash's shoulder. Ash didn't mind though. This way he could bond with Pikachu more. Just then Ash saw a Pokémon on the grass. It was a brown bird with a cream-colored chest. Ash recognized it as Pidgey, a flying type. He told Pikachu to use Thunder Shock on the Pidgey. Pikachu did just that and the Thunder Shock knocked out Pidgey easily. Ash threw one of Pokeballs at the Pidgey and a few seconds later ping. Pidgey was caught. Ash was happy and shouted, "Yes I caught a Pidgey!" and striked a pose. He picked up the Pokeball. "Pikachu," he said, "this is our first step of making new Pokémon friends. Let's catch us ourselves some more." Pikachu nodded with agreement. Just then Ash realized that he hadn't looked up about Pikachu or Pidgey on his Pokédex yet. So he took out his Pokédex to find out. He first checked out Pikachu, the mouse Pokémon. It can generate electric attacks from the electric pouches located in both of its cheeks. Electric type. Male. Attacks: Thundershock, Tail Whip, and Quick Attack. "Those are good," replied Ash, "but you need some more attacks." Then it was Pidgey's turn. Pidgey, the tiny bird Pokémon. If attacked, it will often kick up sand to protect itself rather than fight back. Flying type. Female. Attacks: Gust, Sand Attack and Quick Attack. "Wow, both you and Pidgey are good Pikachu," said Ash, "but we will be going through a lot of training to make you guys strong." Pikachu nodded as understanding. Then Ash saw another bird Pokémon in the grass. This time it wasn't a Pidgey, it was a Spearow. "We have to be careful, Pikachu," Ash warned Pikachu. "Spearow can be very ferocious. Like Pidgey." Pikachu used Thunder Shock on Spearow and Ash caught it. "Wow, another capture," said Ash. "We are getting good at this, Pikachu." "Pikachu!" Pikachu exclaimed. Ash checked out Spearow. Spearow, the tiny bird Pokémon. Unlike Pidgey, Spearow has a terrible attitude. It is very wild and will sometimes attack other Pokémon and humans. Flying type. Male. Attacks: Peck, Leer and Fury Attack. After capturing Spearow, Ash came towards the stream. He decided to do some fishing, so he got out his fishing rod. After waiting for a few minutes, his rod caught something. It was a Magikarp. Ash chucked a Pokeball at the fish and caught it. He looked at the Pokédex. Magikarp, the fish Pokémon. Magikarp can live in the dirtiest of water. It jumps and splashes around. Water type. Female. Attacks: Splash and Tackle. Ash was just about to leave when he heard a scream. "What was that?" he gasped. He and Pikachu ran to the source of the scream. An orange-haired girl was fishing by the stream, but she had caught a Gyarados. The Gyarados splashed her and then swam away. "Hey, are you alright?" asked Ash, running towards her. "No, I'm petrified, thank you very much," said the girl. "Sorry, just asking," replied Ash. "Sorry about that," the girl said. "It's just that I'm scared of Gyarados and I get petrified just looking at them." "It is true though," said Ash. "Gyarados can be fierce and dangerous." "Oh, Ash, by the way." "I'm Misty," said the girl. "Where are you heading?" "I'm going to Viridian City," answered Ash. "Do you know where that is?" "Yes, I do," said Misty. "If you continue down this road you will get there soon." "Cool," said Ash. "Thanks, Misty. Let's go, Pikachu." He sprinted off immediately. "Hat," said Misty, watching him go. "Boys have so much energy in them." Thanks to Misty's directions, Ash saw Viridian City from the top of a hill. Just as he was about to continue, he saw a Pokémon flying in the sky. It was a big red and white colored bird with yellow tail feathers. "Wow, what's that Pokémon?" he asked himself. He checked the Pokédex, but it had no data on this bird. "Oh well, maybe Prof Oak knows." "Come on, Pikachu, let's go." So Ash and Pikachu continued straight on. Sorry that the prologue was short, but I'll try to make the chapters as long as I could. Chapter 3, Viridian City and Viridian Forest, 4582. Ash's Pokémon Journey Summary. This story is about how I think that Ash's journey should have gone through Kanto, Orange Islands, Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh and Unova. Smart, a psychic and an aura user. He'll find out about being a Psychic and aura user later. I do not own Pokémon. Chapter 3, Viridian City and Viridian Forest. When Ash arrived at Viridian City, he noticed a policewoman standing at the entrance. Ash recognized her as Officer Jenny. There were Officer Jenny all over the Kanto region, all lookalikes, and were all named Jenny and related to each other as cousins. Ash showed his Pokédex to Officer Jenny to show his identity. Officer Jenny saluted him and bid him good day. She also warned him that Pokémon thieves were around and if he weren't careful they would take his Pokémon too. Ash said not to worry and went on his way. Ash soon came to the Pokémon Center and decided to rest there. He gave his Pokémon to a lady that Ash knew was called a Nurse Joy. Nurse Joy was in every Pokémon Center in the Kanto region. Plus, like Officer Jenny, All the Nurse Joy were identical, with the same name and were all related to each other as sisters. Ash always found it amusing that all the Nurse Joy and Officer Jenny were look-alikes. After giving his Pokémon to Nurse Joy, Ash decided to hit the Pokemart first. He brought some more potions and antidotes, in case of emergency, and stocked up on some more Pokémon food for his Pokémon. When he got back to the Pokémon Center, he gave his mother a call. "Hi honey, is everything alright?" she said. "Everything is going great Mum," Ash answered. "I caught myself a Pidgey, a Spearow and a Magikarp." "Wow, that's amazing," said Delia. "I'm glad you are doing well. I hope you enjoy yourself." "I will Mum. Love you, goodbye." Ash then phoned Prof Oak. "Hey Professor Oak, it's me Ash." "Hi Ash," said Prof Oak. "Where are you now?" "In Viridian City," Ash answered. "I see," replied Prof Oak. "Gary arrived in Viridian City some time ago. You know he betted me $1 million Poké that you wouldn't catch any Pokémon before you arrived to Viridian City." "Well, Gary has lost that bet," said Ash, with a smirk. "I captured 3 Pokémon." "Well, good for you Ash my boy," said Prof Oak. "Happy he won the bet." "Oh Professor, I must tell you something," said Ash. He told the professor about the giant red bird in the sky he saw. "Well, it seems you made quite a discovery," said Prof Oak. "I'm afraid I don't know what that is, but I'll find out for you." "Thanks Professor," said Ash. Just then a ding-dong bell was heard at the lab. "Oh, that must be my pizza," said Prof Oak. "Talk to you soon Ash." Then Prof Oak hung up. After finishing with the phone calls, Ash was just about to ask Nurse Joy for a room, when he saw Misty enter the Pokémon Center. "Hi Misty," he said, walking towards her. "Oh hi Ash," said Misty. "I see you got here all right." "Yes I did," said Ash. "Thank you. I'm just about to eat dinner. Want to join me?" Misty accepted the invitation. While eating dinner they exchanged their own plans to each other. "I'm traveling to become a Pokémon Master," said Ash. "What about you Misty? You traveling on a Pokémon journey too?" "Yes I am actually," said Misty, "but my dream is to become a great water Pokémon trainer." "So you like water Pokémon huh?" asked Ash. "Yes I do," said Misty. "Water Pokémon are the best to me. I love all Pokémon no matter what type they are," said Ash, "whether they be fire, water, grass or electric. They all seem special to me." Misty smiled at Ash. He seemed a very nice trainer to her. "Oh but hang on," said Ash. "If you like water Pokémon so much, why are you scared of Gyarados since that's a water-type Pokémon?" Misty explained that she was nearly eaten by a Gyarados as a baby, and was scared of it ever since. "Wow," said Ash in amazement. "I'm sorry for bringing that up." "No it's okay," said Misty. "Besides I'm trying to get over that fear. That way I can catch and train a Gyarados for myself." "Do be careful," said Ash. "My mom warned me once that trying to force yourself like that can be dangerous." "He is such a nice boy," thought Misty "One wonder if he will let me go with him." After finishing dinner, Ash and Misty got their Pokémon back from Nurse Joy. They were just about to go to bed when Smoke entered the scene. "What's going on?" coughed Ash. 3 figures entered, a man, a woman and a Meowth. "Prepare for trouble," said the woman. "Make it double," said the man. "To protect the world from devastation, to unite all people within our nation, to denounce the evils of truth and love, to extend our reach to the stars above." Jesse James, Team Rocket blasting off at the speed of light, surrender now and prepare to fight. "Meowth, that's right," said the Meowth. "Wow, a talking Meowth," said Ash. "Now that we have introduced ourselves," said Jessie. "Hand us over all of the Pokémon and maybe we'll leave nicely." "You can't take these Pokémon," said Nurse Joy. "They are still weak and injured." Who cares?" said James. "Team Rocket will make better use for them. Now hand them over." Ash was fuming. He hated thieves who took someone else's Pokémon. "No, we won't," he shouted. "You're not taking any Pokémon from this Pokémon Center. Pikachu, I choose you." Pikachu hopped off Ash's shoulder and got ready to fight. "Count me in too," said Misty. With a Pokeball in her hand, Misty calls Starry up. Misty brought a Pokémon that looked like a star with a red jewel in the middle. Ash took out his Pokédex to scan Starry up, the star-shaped Pokémon. At night, the center core glows with a red light. As long as its red core remains, it can regenerate its body instantly, even if it's torn apart. "Oh, so it's a fight, huh?" asked Jessie. "Very well, go Ekans." "You too, Coughing," said James. Ekans was a purple snake and Coughing was a purple ball with smoke coming out. "Starry, use water gun," Misty shouted. Starry sprayed a big blast of water at Ekans and Coughing. "Pikachu, use Thundershock," shouted Ash. Pikachu's Thundershock gave both Ekans and Coughing a good shocking, since they were so wet from the water gun. They fainted in a matter of seconds. "You two are pathetic," shouted Meowth. "I'll show you a real fight. Taste my fury swipes." Starry squirted both Meowth and Team Rocket with water gun and Pikachu hit them both with another Thundershock. This time, not only did it shock them, it blasted them out of the Pokémon Center through the ceiling. Team Rocket's blasting off again. They shouted. Officer Jenny heard the explosion and rushed to the Pokémon Center immediately. "Is everyone okay?" she asked Nurse Joy. "Everything here is okay," replied Nurse Joy, "thanks to these two." She pointed to Ash and Misty. "Would you two mind telling me what happened?" Officer Jenny asked. Ash and Misty explained about their encounter with Team Rocket. "You have to be careful with Team Rocket," said Officer Jenny. "Team Rocket caused trouble all over Kanto, stealing Pokémon and doing the most evil things to get what they want." Ash was not happy with that. He wanted to give Team Rocket a piece of his mind. "We're sorry about the hole in the ceiling," Misty said to Nurse Joy. Don't worry about it," said Nurse Joy. "What's important is that the Pokémon here are safe. Besides, that hole can easily be fixed. Now I suggest that you two get some sleep before you continue your journey." Ash and Misty agreed with that. It had been a long day for them. Officer Jenny bid them farewell to continue her duties, and Ash and Misty went to bed. After a good night's sleep, Ash and Misty walked out of the Pokémon Center to continue their journey. "Hey Ash, do you mind if I travel with you on your journey?" asked Misty. "Of course," replied Ash. "It will be nice to have company with me, and this way you'll be able to capture more water Pokémon." So it was arranged. Ash and Misty continued on the Pokémon journey together. After leaving Viridian City, they arrived to a forest called Viridian Forest. "Cool, this place is home to bug Pokémon," said Ash. "Wait, did you say bug Pokémon?" asked Misty, with fear written on her face. "Yes. What's the matter?" asked Ash. "And why hate bugs?" shouted Misty. "Horrible, disgusting things." Ash sighed and took her hand. "Come on," he said. "If we walk quickly we may not run into any bug Pokémon, okay?" Misty didn't really want to go in, but she followed Ash. They were making progress walking in the forest, when Misty suddenly screamed. "What's wrong?" asked Ash. Misty pointing to what looked like a green worm settling in the grass. "Cool, Caterpie," said Ash, quickly taking out a Pokeball. "Pokeball, go." 3 seconds later, Caterpie was captured. "I caught a Caterpie," shouted Ash. doing his pose, and Pikachu copied him. "I'm glad for your capture," said Misty, "but keep that thing away from me, please." Ash agreed to. He didn't want to upset Misty. "This is going to be some journey," he whispered to Pikachu. "Pikachu," agreed Pikachu. Soon Ash and Misty stopped walking to take a break. "I really want to leave this forest," said Misty, checking around for bugs. "Don't worry, Misty," said Ash. He passed her a can. "This is a repel can. It will keep bugs away here while you rest. Now need to train my Pokemon. I'll see you later." So Ash ran off to find a place to train, while Misty stayed behind to rest her feet. Ash came to clearing, which was perfect to train. He released Pidgey and Spearow, and Pikachu joined them on the grass. "All right, Pikachu, Pidgey and Spearow," said Ash, "we will be facing the Pewter Gym in Pewter City soon. So we need to train for it. Pikachu, you will need to learn Agility and Iron Tail. Pidgey and Spearow, both of you will learn Aerial Ace and Steel Wing. Steel-type moves like Iron Tail and Steel Wing beat Rock types. So once we reach Pewter City, we'll be ready for the gym battle." Pikachu, Pidgey and Spearow puffed up to show Ash they were ready to train. To learn Iron Tail and Steel Wing, Ash tied little rocks to Pikachu's tail and Pidgey's and Spearow's wings. It was to get the tail and wings into shape. And to learn Agility and Aerial Ace, Ash had races with his Pokemon to help their speed. It took all afternoon, but at last Spearow and Pidgey learned Steel Wing and Aerial Ace. And Pikachu learned Agility and Iron Tail. It even learned Thunderbolt. Meanwhile, Misty was still making sure that bugs were not coming towards her when Ash turned up. "How was your training?" Misty asked. "Pretty good," answered Ash. "My Pokemon learned a few new moves, so all is well." Misty and Ash had a meal of sandwiches they brought in Viridian City, and Ash fed some Pokemon food to all his Pokemon. Misty was still freaking out from Caterpie, but Ash returned him after he fed Caterpie to stop Misty from freaking out. After eating and returning his Pokemon, except Pikachu, Ash fell asleep in his sleeping bag, and Misty did the same. The next day, Ash and Pikachu woke up from Misty's screaming. "What's the matter now?" grumbled Ash, who was getting tired of Misty's shrieking. "Another disgusting bug," she said, pointing to a brown worm. "Cool a Weedle," said Ash. "I'm catching this one. Pidgey, I choose you." Pidgey came out of its Pokeball ready to battle. "Use Aerial Ace on Weedle." Pidgey charged at Weedle at full speed and tackled it really hard. Weedle was knocked out in a second. "All right, Pokeball, go." Ash caught the Weedle. "Can we please get out of this forest?" shouted Misty, acting like a baby. "All right, we are leaving now," replied Ash, taking her hand. Just as they were about to leave, Pikachu heard a sound coming from the bushes. "What's the matter?" asked Ash. "It better not be another bug," said Misty. "I've had enough of bugs." Suddenly a sword came straight into Ash's face. "Hey, what's the big idea?" shouted Ash. "That's dangerous." "LM Samurai," a boy in armor said. "I patrol this forest for trainers from Pallet Town." "Are you from Pallet Town?" "I am," said Ash. "Then we shall have a 2-on-2 Pokemon battle," said Samurai. Ash accepted the battle. Ash and Samurai got ready to battle. "I go first," said Samurai. "Let's go, Pinsir." His Pokemon looked to be a giant beetle. "Oh great, another creepy bug," said Misty from the sidelines. She had hoped that she wouldn't be seeing any more bugs. Ash checked his Pokédex. Pinsir, the stag beetle Pokemon. This fearsome Pokemon uses its powerful claws to put the squeeze on its opponents. "All right then, Spearow, I choose you," said Ash. "Pinsir, use Tackle," shouted Samurai. "Dodge with Quick Attack, then use Aerial Ace," shouted Ash. Spearow dodged and struck Pinsir with a strong Hercules attack. Then with a few peck attacks Spearow defeated Pinsir. Samurai was amazed by this and quickly returned Pinsir. I now choose Metapod. Ash checked it out. Metapod, the cocoon Pokemon. The evolved form of Caterpie. Using a hard shell to protect its body, it prepares for its next evolution. "Alright Spearow, use Aerial Ace," shouted Ash. With that one move Metapod was defeated and Ash was the winner. "That was the best battle I ever had," said Samurai, when it was all over. "Ashiwara. Very strong trainer." "Thanks Samurai," said Ash. "Pound, you're a strong trainer too." They exchanged handshakes with each other. "Do you know where the exit of this forest is?" asked Misty. She was getting desperate to leave Viridian Forest. "Yes I do," said Samurai. "If you follow this path here you will be in Pewter City." "Thanks Samurai," said Ash, "and I hope to have another battle with you one day." "Me too Ash," said Samurai, "and this time I'll beat you." As Ash and Misty bid farewell to Samurai, they continued their way through Viridian Forest to get to Pewter City for Ash's first gym battle. "Don't worry, Brock will join the group." Hello guys, I'm back with a new video. Sorry for not uploading, but what can I do? The author was not uploading any more chapters. That was the reason for not uploading for so long. I am really sorry about that, and this is a new chapter. I hope you like this one. This is a chapter where I think what should have happened in the Pokemon series. Let's begin.